Chester Witherspool, 8-time Ultra Legend Mega Old Grandmasters Champion. I'm going to give you some tips on things like outliving your opponents and using your flatulence as a weapon on the Pro Tour. Let's start with my daily fitness routine. Always keep a basket and a few putters in your bathroom in case the morning movement turns into a complicated mess. Then, I eat a giant plate of bacon and eggs with extra bacon and extra eggs, accompanied by and followed with 8 to 10 cups of strong black coffee. Next, it's off to Cirrhosis Park for something we old men like to call fairway fitness. You just stand in the middle of the fairway and gently stretch each limb extra slowly for a long, long time. Don't worry, the people that play golf there, they all know that's a park first and don't mind waiting a few minutes every time they want to tee off. After that, it's good to sleep sitting up in a chair in front of my blaring television for a while. I found there are certain medications I can take that make my farts smell extra gross. You'll have to just take random pills to find out what works for you. Here's a little trick to help you stay sharp. If you set up for your putts really fast, that leaves at least 20 seconds or so to get in a little siesta before each putt. That's a little over 7 minutes of free nap time per round. Sometimes it's fun to yell, "Get off my lawn!" at the younger players. Oh, I almost forgot my secret weapon. Don't forget to wear an adult diaper and shit yourself in the middle of your round. It'll add a few strokes to your opponent's game and stop them from trying to ice you with coarse commentary and idle horse shit chit-chat. If that don't work, a Cialis mid-round ought to create some distance between you and the other players. I hope you find these tips useful. This has been 8-time Ultra Legend Mega Old Grandmasters Champion Chester Witherspool.
Fucking dick. Not on your dick.
You can't put it on your sore dick. What's up, jerk? This is the Cellar Dwellers podcast, hosted by Nick and James, coming at you from Bingen, Washington, in the beautiful Columbia River Gorge. Couple shout-outs to the usual suspects: Big River Grill in Stevenson, Washington; El Riconcito here in Bingen, where I get my tacos; Hood Printing and White Salmon; and Finger Smoke Discs. All right, then. So, the weekly sponsor is Ben Gay. It's
Pain relief cream.
Pain Relief, the official pain relief cream of the Pro Tour, which is apparently replacing the Icy Hot Back Patch, and Shaq is currently suing. Whatever.
This is going to be ongoing.
So, remember I have a bit I called Regrets and Repairs, where I was going to fix something I said fucked up the week before or whatever?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I didn't have one last week. That's because the podcast the week prior was fucking flawless, dude. Not a single mistake made by me. Yep, that's right. Anyway, my repair is the T-Jack smashing we were doing last week. You know, it was funny and it was entertaining, but you were trying to bring up his pectoral injury, and I just kept going on with the joke about him being broke. No hard feelings to T-Jack. That dude did a lot for the Seahawks, even though he was ranked number 32 out of 32 starting quarterbacks, and he was the most sacked quarterback out of 32 quarterbacks. He did a lot for the team. He did all he fucking could. And
the year he started, he couldn't throw the football because he had torn pectoral muscle, and he started anyway. The whole season, mostly.
Right. And it never got better. And like I said, I didn't mean to trash him last week. I was just... I don't even remember where it came up. I think it came up because we were talking about him having nothing but an expensive car.
Yeah, because he spent $13 million
right? And we didn't
on gas station burritos.
You said it's a lot of cocktails and gas.
Yeah, well, that's what people do.
No, but
they drink a lot.
What the fuck? How? Yeah, around. It's crazy if you don't have anybody influencing you, motivating you, or like guiding you. I guess you could just blow through $13 million. Dudes like you and me. $13 million that would last the rest of our lives and then our kids' lives.
$500 a night hotel rooms.
Yeah. Those add up.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, if you don't want scabies, I get it. The Motel 6 definitely will absolutely 100% for sure give you scabies every single time anyone stays there of all time, always.
Yeah, and fungus. You like fungus?
And dick fungus. I got dick fungus from a Motel 6.
What were you doing with your dick?
I stayed in a Motel 6 one time. I forgot about this shit with Liz. Okay, remember there's that nice one you stay in Idaho, right? It has like wood floors and shit. It's in like Twin Falls or Boise?
It had been recently remodeled.
Right. You wouldn't even think it's a Motel 6. So there was a new one in Roseburg.
They go bad fast.
I know. Years ago, there was a brand new one that popped up in Roseburg. And I was coming through from the south, from Cali. And we wanted a room. So we stayed there. In the first room we got, there was a fucking needle up on the mirror. Yeah.
Right.
Great. Good times. And I got scabies from looking at it. That's what I was saying.
That was you? That was you?
I just got fucking done saying that 100% of the time you get scabies from Motel 6. I mean, you don't even have to fucking sit down like in the lobby. If the second you open the door, scabies.
Are you sure it wasn't the hobo that lives in your closet?
So anyway, I started with T-Jack. That was my regret. So I'll move on. And I was on the Seahawks webpage today, and it reminded me that every year during the fucking combine, all there is on Seahawks website is close-up pictures of the seagulls to keep guys like interested, I guess, because the combine is boring as fuck. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, how come those dudes aren't wearing pads and stuff? Is it just because they're not getting hit? I mean,
no, they're just
like
they just do
speed trials.
Exactly. Yeah, they just do some fucking trials and shit like that.
Well,
yeah.
They should be carrying like 10 pounds of extra weight around with them.
I mean, it's just boring to watch. Nobody cares about it. Everybody just wants to watch football. So if you're a football fan and you go online to look at football, if a chick with boobs pops up right away, you're like, boom, seagulls. They're in fucking Hong Kong and they're wearing nothing.
A chick with boobs.
Chicks with boobs. I guess what I meant by that is the photos are emphasizing the boobs.
Gotcha.
They're like during the regular season, you never see close-up pics like that of the seagulls on the website. They're like to all football pics, and they're always off in the background. But this time of year, they're like they need hits on that website. Anything will do. Sex sells. So.
Oh yeah. I accidentally got sucked into something that was like all of the wives of the dudes on the PGA Pro Tour or whatever, and they're all just like pictures of their wives in bikinis. Like, why would you want? I don't know.
Because golfers all have like super hot model wives.
It just is what you're talking about.
Yeah. And they're always standing there with sunglasses on, holding a kid, right?
Sunglasses,
That's like
it's fancy sunglasses.
Always. They're always standing on the sideline, holding a kid, watching their guy. By the way, it's the Masters this weekend. Hey, I wanted to look that up, see what Tiger's doing today, because he shot 3 up yesterday, and ouch, y'all. Okay, we're going to go to the Hood River Horsefucker here because we forgot him last week. He passed out in the studio and never got to do his segment. This is the Hood River Horsefucker here, and every time that I get done barebacking a lame stallion, I like to ease my dick pain with Ben Gay Pain Relief Ointment. Right before I go play disc golf with my brand new line of finger smoke discs. That includes the XC Tank, the FU Hostage, and the ES Body Bag. Don't be a joke, throw finger smoke. What sucks this week is a giant rash on my balls that I got from the Columbia River. Probably came from Hanford. Now it's got me growing a second set of balls. What doesn't suck this week is that I'm growing a second set of balls. This is the Hood River Horsefucker here. Over and out. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess the Hood River Horsefucker packs a custom stepping stool that his great-grandfather used when he fucked horses, which is... At least he's, sticking with the tradition. He hasn't even texted me. None of that shit. I got some fucking funny ass shit to talk about. So first of all, we could talk about disc golf, right?
What's to talk about? Major Creek?
That was pretty fucking cool today. That's really dreamy. This is gonna be a fun fucking course. But no, I got something actually different to talk about. So some dude posted this photo on Facebook on the Northwest Disc Golfers page, and it was a guy who he was like stretching out under a fence. So his legs were under the fence so his feet could get to his lie. And the guy said it was actually in bounds at whatever that course was. And I'm like, yeah, it should be. And I made some comment like I usually do about OB, which just said, play that fucking lie. Like, even if you're OB. And then somebody commented like, no, if you're, 2 meter rule is what he said, is always in effect, and water is always OB. And I said, yeah, in disc golf, not in ball golf. And he didn't respond because it probably got his fucking head spinning. And that's what I've been saying all along. People just do shit because they think that's how it's done. That's what they saw, and they just
there's
assume.
No actual rule about water.
In ball golf?
Yeah.
Nope. You can play any shot that you say you can play.
Because I've seen people play from the water, too.
You can play your lie. If the officials say it's playable, you can play out of water. You can climb a tree and play it out of a tree. And the 2 meter rule, we both know that's up to the TD. That's not an actual official disc golf rule. I just think it's fucking stupid that disc golf goes so far out of its way to not play the lie. That's all. And it's like an excuse. And I'm saying, you're being a bitch. Take off your fucking shoes, get behind your fucking lie, and play that shit. And they're like, no, I'm going to take relief, like onto a nice fucking groomed fairway. And another thing with disc golf is you get relief toward the pin. So did you see, you didn't see this. There's a video of Rory taking a 13 at Masters some years ago.
No.
13 on a par 5. He hit water 6 or 7 times from his fairway lie. So he hit the green, and it would just kept rolling past the hole and drop off into the water. A big drop off into the water.
Okay.
So when he finally landed on the green, he ended up sinking a crazy putt. You got to watch the video. It's pretty fucking sick. Case in point is he didn't get a drop at the basket. He had to play the lie over and over again until he got it to green up. In disc golf, you get relief right at the basket. It's so stupid. I don't know who fucking came up with that, but everybody just thinks that's how it is, and it's not. Whoever came up with that doesn't know golf. They've never played golf. Golf's 450 fucking years old. There's a reason why that shit doesn't exist in that. You guaranteed somebody in the last 450 years said, shouldn't I get relief? And someone's like, we need to think about this. And our committee said, no, that's bullshit. Why am I going to give you relief right at the basket? You need to play the hard lie and get out of trouble on your own. I'm not going to walk you through it. And disc golf is it's just silly like that. So anyway, sorry, going off. What are your thoughts?
No, it makes sense to me.
I just think
I'm not a stickler about it. So
it's not about. And a lot of people who hear me talk about it, the first instinct is to say, oh, you must go out of bounds a lot, or it's not about fairness or how you want the course to play. But the way I see it is stupid out of bounds like that, like the Sergio one too. It's not competitive. If you got, and I've said this before, if you had Tiger and Phil Mickelson for the game-winning putt on the line, they'd both lay up. It'd be the most anticlimactic finish to any golf tournament, which means the designer failed. You want the competitors to run it. And they're not going to if you've got OB 2 inches from the fucking basket. If you've got the best players in the world and you're creating amazing golf, competitive golf is not created through out of bounds.
So are you saying that you should have to re-tee? If it's like a par 3 and you hit the green with your disc and then it bounces out of bounds, you should have to re-tee rather than go from where it went out of bounds?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But... No, also, because that would kind of go, it would depend on the design of that golf hole, and it would depend on what OB is and how it's marked. But to give you relief at the basket, like hole 2 Bonneville, no. You should have to play your lie. Like, you can run the fucking basket, skip OB, and you get a drop with a meter of relief towards the target. In ball golf, you never get relief towards the target. So the only solution to that is to have people play their fucking lie or just admit that it's not out of bounds. You're actually in the physical park that just got mowed by a lawnmower. The road that's right over there is not the park. That's city property. I don't know, dude. It's fucking stupid. I just think it's stupid. I could go on and on about OB, but moving on here. I want to move on. I want to talk about the cherry fling. And I wanted to ask you some of your thoughts on this.
Okay, shoot.
It's an AM-only event. I love this.
Coming this summer from Finger Smoke Discs is a brand new high-speed driver that's going to blow your fucking mind. The TS Castrator is guaranteed to fly farther, straighter, and better than any other disc, anytime of anywhere, always, or triple your money back. Equipped with state-of-the-art fingerprint recognition technology software, the TS Castrator will inject a dose of the herpes virus into any unidentified thrower who attempts to use the disc.
Hey, it's Mick the Ripper here. Throw the TS Castrator, mates. The best part about that disc is on tour, even though it's banned. Nobody wants to hold it to verify what it is. So cheers, mate.
Finger Smoke Discs.
Disc golf tournaments fuck over AM players. This is my opinion. And the AM players are the majority of the golfers in the world. At any tournament, the AM players will outnumber the pros by 5, 6, 10 to 1.
Okay.
Am I right?
Sure. Yeah.
AM players are the majority of disc golfers. They don't get cash payouts. And they get the shittiest end of the stick. Their cash goes to fucking pro payouts. And the pros, there's only 10 of them. And you've got full loaded fields of fucking AMs in all these tournaments who get jack shit and walk away with jack shit. That's why I think AM only events are the future of disc golf. And we should have them with cash payouts.
Yeah, I like that. I like that
even
a lot.
Even in PGA. So you stoked for that tournament?
The one with the cash payout?
No, the cherry fling. The first tournament in the Dalles.
Of course, man. Yeah, that's a local, it's like a home course for us.
Yeah, sort of, I guess. But just first tournament there. And I think it's great that it's AM only.
And I think they'll have some new basket layouts or whatever for
the new
the holes.
The layout will be fun.
So that'll make it...
It'll be fun to do something different there.
That'll equalize some of the
local...
Yeah.
I still not a super firm believer in that. Like, locals do tend to do well, but a lot of times guys can come... I mean, look at the guy who won the Monster Flick.
Yeah, people that don't know the course at all.
They just
don't
show
know
up
where the danger is.
And they just run their shit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But, I mean, think about it, though, right? About what I said. There are more AMs than pros. And the AMs are neglected out the most. as far as payouts are concerned.
Sure.
What did you buy, when you buy into a tournament, like, let's say you paid $40 to enter a C tier. You took first place in MA2, right, at a fundraiser. So let's say half the money went to the fundraiser. What was your cash out?
Me, personally?
Your script cash out, first place.
$50.
$50 in script.
Script.
I don't think tournament directors are up to no good. I think it's just the system they're playing by is the system that's in place. But $50 ain't shit. Last time I cashed out in MA2, I remember I got $50 for fourth place, and it wasn't a fundraiser. First place got $200 in script. And you remember the script at that tournament? The one at Timber. I'm not going to say who ran it because the dude's nice as shit. But you were there at the tournament with me. That was when Bickley played MA2.
Oh, man.
I cashed out $50 for, I think, fourth place, and I went over to see what the script was, and it was no shit. 2 tiny cardboard boxes full of just random, stupid, lame, miscellaneous, mismatched discs from different brands and shit.
Right.
And there was only like 10 of them. And then everything else was the tournament director's company stamped logo on all the merchandise.
Or that
it was a huge
clothing company that was there.
It was a huge fucking advertising ploy. That was when I started saying, fuck this. Fuck these tournaments. I'm not going to play tournaments anymore. And what's the point? It's all about having fun, It's not really about winning. I mean, there's no amount of money that would ever make me feel like I really needed to win a tournament. It's all about the company and the competitiveness and having fun.
Well, if that's the only way that you can sell your brand, too, is you can't get people to buy your stuff. You got to trick them into winning it.
Exactly.
Like when you don't want it in the first place. It's sort of ridiculous.
No, you just hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it is. Like, nobody will buy this shit. What if I made them think they wanted it? Like, you won this. It's the only
thing to buy with the script
exactly.
you won. So.
You won this, man. No, I was so mad. I'm like, really? Is there more than this? And the guy was like, no, this is it. It was like they were boxes like this big, dude. Like just 2 little 12-inch boxes with like Lat 64 Discraft Innova, like some 1 MVP disc. Like it was just random. It looked like it came out of the dude's closet who was running the tournament. And it was a C tier. It was a fucking C tier. I mean, that doesn't mean much, but if the PDGA wants C tiers to not mean much, they're not going to get guys like me showing up to play them. And yeah, I think if those kind of tournaments geared more towards the player experience and payout, that they'd get better company, better players.
So sure.
Anyway, whatever. Lock Robster is the other thing I want to talk about. You signed us up. You sign us up as Cellar Dwellers.
We are the Cellar Dwellers.
Fuck yeah. So
yeah.
Last year was organized very poorly. Very poorly.
It couldn't go much worse than that.
It was really bad. And it seems like it gets worse year after year. And I'm never going to trash DC because I'm so grateful that he puts on the event. But if this is the last one like he says it is.
He said that last year too.
Yeah. I can't imagine that he would care any more than he did last year. Well, yeah, it's his tournament.
I didn't see his name anywhere.
I mean, obviously, we sign up and pay for it, and it's fun to play. Bring your own doubles in the Gorge, but my God, I hope it goes a little better than last year.
Yeah, I just like that Thunder Island course. There's nothing like that around. It's pretty fun.
Well, and competing with people at our local course, Cascade.
Yeah,
usually the ticks and the rattlesnakes and oak give us the edge.
Gotta represent.
You hear guys just screaming like, nice, another one down. Ah! Fucking getting attacked by fucking grizzly bears and shit. Wait, is there bears on the course?
Only one.
Carving from a bear's tooth, he used the flesh to feed the youth. It's salted down. Sails were made from the darkest hide, and fish were caught in the lowest tides. Thought of war, it kept him strong. It listened for the battle song.
I love talking about weird shit.
Right. Yeah, I got some fucking weird shit right here. Do you remember when I blasted the shotgun at Remy's house and killed that dude in the woods and we buried the corpse and never told anybody about it?
I do.
So, turns out somebody found that body. And for some reason he has my ID and he's holding a sign that says Nick did it, which is totally planted.
Right.
This is totally framed. Because I shot him, but he didn't die. When I buried him, I was just trying to keep him warm. It was fucking cold out. Like, he was going to die out there if I didn't bury him completely. And he had to be deep, too. Like, really deep. Because... Wait, why are you giving me that look for, man?
Because I thought he was dead.
No. He was totally alive, dude. I wasn't trying to kill him, bro. He died on accident. But it wasn't by me. Someone else killed him. And then they planted all that shit to make it look like I did it.
So
You don't look like you believe me. You have the same look that the cops had when I was giving them the same story.
I don't know. Are you trying to set yourself up for murder shit?
No, I
here?
did. I actually did just improv that. I was actually going to tell you that I read a story today about a weird bitter squash that makes your hair fall out. Have you heard about this? I'm serious.
No, but that's awesome.
Okay, yeah,
So you
see-
can poison your enemies with today on the menu, squash.
Oh my God! See, you do have some sinister thoughts going on there, man. Because I didn't
Yeah.
think that.
Maybe.
It says 353 cases between 2012 and 2016. Of those, more than 50% were due to squash consumed from a grocery store. The Food and Drug Administration said earlier that these cases are rare in the U.S. But when it does happen, toxic squash syndrome is usually marked by diarrhea, sometimes bloody, vomiting, abdominal pain, which can sometimes lead to dehydration, low blood pressure, and you lose your hair, headaches, and a raging hard-on that can last.
So is this just
whoa, wait, what?
from being allergic to squash?
This is a fucked up squash. What's that?
Is this a special squash?
It is. It says it's a bitter. Hold on, let me see here. I gotta get these weird news stories from fucking weird ass places.
Well, it's designed. It's designed for foodies.
It's common somewhere else in the world. I think it's like here it is. Women who lost their hair after eating bitter squash. Poisonous vegetables take a hairy turn with a new symptom.
I like it.
Well, beware when you're eating squash. I think
It's
that's
the Nair squash.
Nair squash, but it's only the hair on your head.
Oh. Well, maybe Britney Spears could spearhead the campaign. Get it? Ha!
What the fuck, man? How the fuck did Britney Spears come into this?
Because she's bald AF, bro.
Are you serious?
She was. I don't know if she was anymore.
Oh, like she shaved
Remember
her
she
head.
lost her shit. And
Okay, well,
shaved
no,
her
I
head?
mean everybody loses their shit and shaves their head sometimes. But I thought you meant like she was going bald. That'd be horrible for.
I'm just
woman.
saying it seems like her type of squash is all.
Let's see. So you went and saw Black Panther. You said it was a good movie.
It is good.
So it's the first movie officially that's going to air in Saudi Arabia in 35 years.
That makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
So why the fuck were they not allowed to watch movies? And why don't I know about why people can't watch movies in Saudi Arabia?
I don't think women can drive cars there either.
Right. I heard something like that. Why? What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's just backwards.
No movies, no women driving cars.
There's fucking their president now.
Is that how they talk?
Kind of like
Is that the
letting
right-
them get away with shit. No, that's like.
Did I do the
that's-
right region or is
that's
that
like
Indian?
or something?
It's not about the butthole pleasures. It's not about the rusty trombone. It's about the love, man. It's about
Yeah, that's
connection.
different. That's
it's not
Indian.
about the shit-stained bowls.
So that's Indian. So how do Saudi Arabians sound?
That's Hollywood Indian, not Bollywood Indian.
Well, how the fuck do Saudi Arabians talk? Like, what's a Saudi Arabian dude sound like? Hey, man, how's it going? Get into my Dodge Dart.
Howdy, partner.
Now, see, I don't think that would sound like a Saudi Arabian. I just can't picture it.
Hey, man, get into my Dodge Dart, man.
Is that... You're looking at me like this is going to have to be
Good day,
erased.
fuckface. Check out all this oil.
G'day, fuckface. Hey, get into my Dodge Dart. Ooh, that's how they'd say dart,
It's
huh?
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. shit. Like that Rajneeshi dude.
This'll be enough to pay for my fleet of Rolls Royce. If I raise taxes by $1 more.
That's definitely what
I can
people from
finally
Saudi Arabia sound like.
That's it. That's what they sound like.
So, women are not allowed to drive, and we do not watch movies.
Yes, that's spot on.
Movies are illegal. Kill me, do it now. What are you waiting for?
But that they don't actually say that part. It's just if you're doing the accent, you have to go there. Get to the chopper, all that shit.
What the hell are you?
Okay, this is the part where James and me do the weekly Cinnabite Puzzler Challenger, where if you win, you get a basket full of pain. So, James, what's this week's puzzler?
This week's puzzler is about Jimmy Hammerstein. He's also called CD. He's a mute and a blind Cinnabite who makes electronic noises whenever he moves. Once a DJ for the Boiler Room, but now a Cinnabite only appearing in Hellraiser Hell on Earth and its counterpart, comically. How many CDs does Jimmy Hammerstein have in his head? Is the question of the week.
So if you can figure that out, give us a shout and we'll get you this badass basket of pain.
Pain.
Yeah.
Pain! I will devour your soul and consume your memories!
Ow. All right, well, that was exciting. So, if you haven't...
I thought we were doing the basket of awkward ointments.
Oh.
Maybe we'll switch it up. We'll do both. Not this week.
Not for the Cinnabite challenge.
Just basket of pain.
It's like a basket full of sharp objects.
Oh, I know what it is.
But there's something cool in there.
Dude, look, I'm bleeding right now. You see my hand? I clearly filled the basket myself.
No, it's actually, they have to come into the studio and there's $100 bill in a bucket of razor blades, but you have to just put your hand in there until you get the $100 bill.
It's funny because it's a bear trap, like in a bucket full of razor blades.
Ooh, yeah. And a mouse trap.
Inside of it, yeah. So it breaks your fingers, and then it slices you up, and then it breaks your arm, too.
And sulfuric
Pinhead
acid.
would be so proud.
And used hypodermic needles. You know, kind of like that feature on that one golf course that had that sand trap full of needles. And you had
Boise and Morrison Park.
And you had to play out of it. That was Ann Morrison.
Yeah, I think so.
Were there needles there?
Yeah, they told me not to get in the middle, that fucking creek running through the middle.
Where I almost lost my Starfire.
All the locals told me, like, Duh, don't get in there because all the local junkies throw their old needles in there.
Why would you do that?
Well, you got to throw them somewhere, right? You got to throw your garbage somewhere. I mean...
America, you are fucking disgusting. You make me want to throw up in my mouth and then put it in my butt and then back in my mouth again and then throw it back up again.
Which is, like, still not as gross as a river full of fucking used hypodermic needles.
Right. America.